Hey there, it's Marvin here. Welcome back to my channel. What I have here today is my Gimbal iSteady X3 that I bought over 4 years ago, and it has been sitting in the storage. Now I want to use it again, but when I tried it, the battery does not hold the charge anymore. So today I will be replacing the battery, and if you are following my channel, you know that I repaired the battery of my scooter before. So that said, I have all the tools that I needed to do this job, so let's get to it. So first, let me show you the precision screwdriver set that I'm going to use to open the gimbal. I love this set. It comes with everything that you need. It also has a suction cap for replacing cell phone or tablet LCDs. Also comes with a pin to remove the SIM card tray, basic bright plastic tool, and a pick. I will leave the link to all the tools that I'll be using in this video in case you guys want to check it out. So now let's go ahead and remove the battery cover of the gimbal. What we need here is a T6 Allen key, and the screw is located inside the tripod mounting socket. It has only one screw that you have to remove to open the battery cover, and here it is. Use a pick or any plastic pry tool to slide the cover downwards, and then you can completely remove the cover by lifting it up. As you can see, there are guides, so you have to align those with the tabs on the cover when putting it back. And let's go ahead and remove the battery connector. Never try removing it by just pulling the wire, otherwise there's a chance that you'll break the wire from the connector. I use a flat screwdriver to push the tabs on the side of the connector while pulling the wire gently, and there you go. Because we open it anyway, I might as well show you how to remove the board. So using the same T6 Allen key, we have to remove the 4 screws that holding it. And before prying the board out, we have to remove the joystick knob first, and then you can pry the board out from the top. Then you can remove the gimbal motor connector after removing the board. And remember to connect the motor first before putting the board back. And don't worry about the knob, it's loose, it will fall, but it has a guide so you won't make a mistake. Just remember to put the knob first before installing the board back. Otherwise, if you forget, you're gonna have to remove the board again just to install the knob inside. The positive terminal of the battery has a small board. I believe it's the BMS board, so you have to be very careful not to break the connector plates. You have to start removing the negative terminal first. As you can see, I am super careful because I want to reuse the nickel plates connector and all the insulators for the battery. You have to save that as well. Alright, so these are the leftover batteries that I used to repair the battery pack of my Apollo Phantom that died on me after 8 months of owning it. And the Apollo never responded to my warranty claim, so I had to fix it myself. The same cell, 18650 amperes and voltage, almost the same color as well, so it's just what I need. And here I use multimeter just to make sure that the cell is alive and awake. Alright, showing 3.7 volts, so it's good to go. Here is my spot welder. This is gonna be the second time using this machine. Also make sure not to short the probe after you plug it in, otherwise you will get a very big spark, which scared me all the time. And if you don't have a battery holder like myself, you're gonna need another hand to help you out. I had to reuse the battery shrink tube because I don't have a new one, and I almost forgot the insulator for the negative terminal, as you can see right there. I used the hockey tape to secure the shrink tube. By the way, the hockey tape is very strong and the adhesive side doesn't leave any residue when you remove it. I tested the gimbal and it turns on, but when I put the cover back on, it's quite tight. I think I put too much tape. I had to open it again and remove some of the tape, and it's all good. Alright, so that is how you replace the battery of the iSteady X3 gimbal. I believe that lots of iSteady models have the same configuration, so you can use this as a guide if you have to replace the battery of your iSteady gimbal. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.